Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Dave from Two Average Dudes. Mike will chime in a second. On my notes, got something to talk about, and it's about the economy. You know, a little while ago there was a study that was done, and it found that Canadians were just about $200 away from insolvency by month's end, and that's up 6% over the previous quarter. Okay? It said that 31% of Canadians can't pay their bills, like they don't have enough money to pay their bills by the end of the month. So that means they're going in debt constantly at the end of the month. And that's up 7% over last September. Okay. Now, the prime interest rate was held, I think it was December, it was held, and it never went up. And why? Because they can't move it up. Every time they're moving it up, it's hurting people more and more and more. So it hadn't moved up. RBC dropped their interest rate for mortgages. Why? They have analysts that look at this stuff, and they can figure all this stuff out too. And they know that if they keep increasing the interest rates, or if they don't lower the interest rates, there's going to be problems. Like, they can see it. The Bank of Canada is saying that there's a 20% chance of a recession. I think it's more. And you know what? The big problem is the U.S., their economy is doing well, really well. So they keep raising their interest rates, right? Canada, our economy sucks. So our interest rates, they're trying to raise interest rates to be on parallel with the United States, but they can't because our economy is terrible. And do you see the problem with this? This is not starting to look good. But what does this mean? What it means is we're in big trouble. You know, how did this happen? Well, you look at Ontario. They had the previous government spent. You know, special interest groups. You want a pool, you want this, you want that. Let's change this. Spend. We got to a point where we owed more money than California did. So now Rob Ford has to come in and cut, because if not, we're going to have serious problems. And now everybody's hating him for it. And you know, some of these things are going to sting. And what's happened federally is Trudeau has come in. He has spent money left, right, and center. He has given money to countries, like millions of dollars to countries, and he's put us in a massive debt. And it's a debt where we're acquiring so much interest on this debt every day, it's dragging us down. And now, since the United States their economy is booming, ours isn't doing as well, they're going to keep booming, and with them raising their interest rates and everything else, that's putting a pressure on Canada. So what do we do? Well, everybody better get their spending in order, because I think this is going to get real nasty. And Trudeau, you got to stop spending money. Like, the governments have got to sit there and say, whoa. You know, this isn't an endless, like, every time they turn around, there isn't a big stack of money sitting there. This is our tax dollars. And there's only so much they can get out of us before the well runs dry. Plain and simple. Mike, you're the financial expert. What do you got? What do you say?
Well, Dave, it's slowly going to get real bad, okay? You know, we got the overspending from the previous governments, okay, which we can't afford to do. I've said it before, the millions of dollars we go into debt every day is just insane, and the overspending hurts the economy. But now what we're going to see is, you know, you got Doug Ford coming in PC, and, you know, potentially at the end of the year, you're going to have a conservative prime minister. What you're seeing is the effect now of the Doug Ford coming in, slashing everything. Okay, slashing everything means that he's cutting a bunch of jobs. So now you got a lot more people that are going to be unemployed, a lot more people not making a paycheck, and these people becoming more and more in debt and close to bankruptcy and close to a collapse. You know, the Bank of Canada, the government, these guys can all come out and throw all these numbers at you saying unemployment's, the rate's at an all-time low and everybody's working all this stuff. Well, what they forget to tell you is the majority of these workers are just part-time workers or minimum wage low-income workers. So yes, we got a lot of people working, but they're not working full-time, they're not making a lot of money, and they can't afford to pay their bills. So these people working 30 hours a week instead of 40 are having trouble paying their bills, they're in debt, they, like you said, are a couple $100 away each month from going completely under, and they're borrowing every month. So there are a lot of problems that still need to be fixed. There's a lot of things that still need to be done to fix our economy to keep us out, and there will be a recession. It will happen. There's no predicting it, and the more we get dug forward, and if you get a conservative leader in the spring or later in the year in the election, it's even going to come quicker because he'll be cutting left, right, and center. So we're doomed no matter which way it goes. We keep overspending with the Liberals, we're in trouble. We bring in the Conservatives who cut a bunch of stuff, we're still losing jobs and losing all this, and the economy is going to crumble. Guys, let us know what you think. Post your comments below. Do you think we're in trouble? Do you think we can fix it? Do you think it's too late to fix it? What should we do in order to get past all this? Anyways, guys, thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.